Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to Hail Joey Noter. Back with another video, and I haven't actually posted a video in a while. I've been really just streaming on YouTube, just playing like games and stuff. But I'm back for a basketball video, and more specifically, more about the upcoming draft. Now, as you guys know, it is March Madness as I speak right now. So I'm going to be focusing on like where the new prospects' best fit is on their team, or who I think will draft these prospects. Now, I know this is not 100% accurate, and this is also just my opinion. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So who I think will go first in the draft, which is obvious, everyone thinks this, Zion Williamson. Now, you know Zion pretty much has been compared to LeBron, Michael Jordan, pretty much every big name ever. Zion looks like he's going to be a beast in the NBA. He plays small forward and power forward. And the possible teams he could get drafted to are most likely the Knicks, the Hawks, the Suns, the Cavs, and the Bulls. Now, obviously, this is a lot of teams, but really, this all depends on who gets the number 1 overall pick. I can't see any team in the NBA passing up on Zion for a pick. It doesn't matter what they have. The Knicks, there's a good chance Knicks will get the number 1 overall pick. Now, if they do get that pick, I don't know if they will keep it, because there has been talks of them trading that and Kevin Knox for Anthony Davis, but that's for another video. But the Zion, if the Knicks get the first pick, most likely that's going to turn into Zion. If they decide to keep that pick, Zion would fit okay with the Knicks, because they have Dennis Smith Jr. already, and pretty much everyone else is free agents. That is important. I mean, DeAndre Jordan is probably just playing for a contract to go somewhere else this year, but if they can sign him, the Knicks are looking pretty nice with their young core of Kevin Knox, Dennis Smith Jr., and Zion Williamson. So Zion would fit pretty good with the Knicks, I'd say. Then we got the Hawks, which I would love to see Zion on the Hawks with Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, Mari Spellman, Kent Bazemore even. I think he'd fit really well with them. He would most likely play small forward because of John Collins is there. Yes, John Collins can play center, but I think he would fit better at small forward in the NBA. So if you have Trae Young, Kent Bazemore, if you decide to re-sign Kent Bazemore, then you got Zion Williamson, John Collins, and Dwayne Dedmon maybe. That's a pretty solid team for the future. And plus, this was the next Warriors. I mean, Zion and Trae Young. I mean, do you hear that voice crack? But yes, so I think the Hawks is a very good chance that he will get drafted to the Hawks, and I think that's really good for Zion. The next team is the Suns. I think he would also fit good with the Suns. Now, this is the one team that I think would slide into power forward, just because they have a lot of overload for wings, like shooting guards and small forwards. They have Mikal Bridges, Kelly Oubre with an expiring deal, but they're probably going to look to bring him back. TJ Warren, Josh Jackson, which are all pretty decent wings that could play. So if you get Zion and put him out in your power forward, you're looking good for the future, because you can roll out a lineup of Tyler Johnson, Devin Booker, Kelly Oubre, Mikal Bridges, Josh Jackson, whatever you want there, and then Zion and DeAndre Ayton, of course. And that could let them maybe get close to making the playoffs, maybe like a Kings story, maybe get like the 9th seed, or even maybe sneak into that 8th seed in the West and then just build from that. So I think Zion would also fit very well with the Suns. And then the Cavs, who have Colin Sexton, they'd like to pair someone up with Colin Sexton in this draft. Yes, they do have Kevin Love, but I don't know if he will be on the team this offseason. I don't know if he's a free agent, but there's a good chance he'll get traded if he's not. So Zion will just fill in his position pretty much. He could play power forward or small forward for them, because really they have no players that are really tested on the team except probably Colin Sexton. So Zion on the Cavs pretty much can play any position for them. Then we got the Bulls. Now, the Bulls are kind of weird because they have Lauri Markkanen, so they don't really need him there. And they also have Otto Porter Jr. that they acquired this trade deadline. But really, if the Bulls get the first pick, you're not going to pass up on Zion. I think he could replace Otto Porter Jr., and maybe even, I don't know about the Bulls, because I would say you would place Otto Porter at that small forward spot, maybe have Lauri Markkanen run over to center, but that takes away from Wendell Carter Jr., is that his name? Yeah, and so then you have him either playing power forward or small forward for you. Either way, the Bulls should take him. Then you got Ja Morant, point guard out of Murray State. He's been playing really good lately. He pretty much has it all. He's 6'2", which is a pretty good height for a point guard in this league. It's not tall, but it's not small by any standards. So I think the teams he could go to are most likely the Suns is the best option here. If the Suns do not get the first pick, they're going to look for a point guard this draft. And to be honest, Ja Morant is probably the best option. This draft class isn't that deep of point guards. There isn't really that much point guards. It's more wings. And they don't need wings, so it's either going to be point guard or Zion, pretty much. So Ja Morant pretty much fits their team perfectly. Tyler Johnson is an okay point guard, but of course Ja Morant would be ideal. Then you can roll out a team with one of your wings lining up the power forward, maybe Kelly Oubre, maybe Josh Jackson, maybe Mikal Bridges. You never know. And then you have another good team of a point guard. I think the Suns would actually be better off getting the second pick to get Ja Morant. I know you're passing up on Zion, but still, I think their needs are a point guard for this season. I'm tired of seeing DeAnthony Melton, Isaiah Cannon, Mike James, these G League point guards sliding into that position. So, and then the other two teams are the Bulls and the Knicks. Yes, they do have point guards, but not long-term point guards, of course. Chris Dunn, Bulls fans do like Chris Dunn, but I think most Bulls fans can agree they do not think he's part of their long-term future as a point guard. Sure, he could be, but if there comes up with a guy like Ja Morant, they're going to easily get rid of Chris Dunn, or even make him as a six-man. He could easily slide into that role because they have no backup point guard. So Ja Morant, I think, would be pretty good with the Bulls, even though they have Chris Dunn. And the Knicks, have Dennis Smith Jr. and everything. But I can see Dennis Smith Jr. maybe playing some shooting guard because he is an athletic finisher, and even though he is small, he could take over that shooting guard position, I think, just fine. Or even having him just come off the bench, too. Even if, I don't even know if Dennis Smith Jr. is part of their long-term goals. I don't know, but I think Ja Morant you shouldn't pass up on if you have the second pick. The reason there's not guys like the Cavs out here, because they have Colin Sexton, of course, and also the Hawks. So if they get the second pick, they're most likely going to go with a different guy, just because they already have Trae Young and Colin Sexton. Now, Colin Sexton isn't like Trae Young, but Trae Young's pretty much given their long-term point guard. Colin Sexton still has a lot of potential. So I think those teams would pass up on Ja Morant. These three teams, I think, would like to take Ja Morant. The next player we got, R.J. Barrett, shooting guard / small forward. Most likely going to play shooting guard for the teams here. Once again, you got Bulls, Cavs, Hawks. You're going to see a lot of repetitive for the first 5 people, but it starts getting different. The reason I would like to see R.J. Barrett go to the Bulls is because I think he's another guy that could slide into that shooting guard position, and I know they do have Zach LaVine, but hear me out. I think the Bulls franchise is going to get rid of Chris Dunn as their starting point guard. Maybe not get rid of him off the team, but get rid of him as the starting point guard. Maybe putting him on the bench. I don't know, maybe trading him. But Zach LaVine has showed that his playmaking has been very solid this year, that he could slide into that point guard position next year. If you get a guy like R.J. Barrett, he could easily slide into that shooting guard position. Then you're rolling out a lineup of Zach LaVine, R.J. Barrett, Otto Porter, and then you also got Larry Markkanen and Wendell Carter Jr. And you also still have Chris Dunn off your bench if you choose, or you could trade him away for more picks, or even like another 6-man or a bench piece to improve your bench to prepare for the playoffs in the future. Another team is the Cavs, of course. Cavs really have nothing. It's just Colin Sexton to me is their only player on that team that's long-term for them. So R.J. Barrett could easily sign with the Cavs. I think the Cavs are just going to go with the best available player unless it's a point guard. Then we got Hawks. He would also play very well against Trae Young. I think with Trae Young, they complement each other because Trae Young is a very good passer. And R.J. Barrett could just feed off Trae Young. So that would be very good, I think. So yeah, and then we got Rui Hachimura from Gonzaga, small forward / power forward. I think his best option is the Bulls. I'd love to see him on the Bulls as that small forward position. I think he would fit really well with them just being as their long-term small forward. I'm getting a lot of voice cracks. I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, I think Hachimura is a great player for the Bulls at this draft. I think that's one of their best options, to be honest. I think you're looking at a point guard here or a small forward. Yeah, so I think that's Hachimura's place. That's all I really have for him. And then point guard, we got Kobe White. I would also like to see about the Suns or maybe the Grizzlies sneaking in there and getting Kobe White. Grizzlies, of course, have Mike Conley, but I would think they should try to see if they can move on from Mike Conley. Yes, he has a very big contract, but really, I'd take anything at this point. You already traded Marc Gasol, Zach Randolph is gone. Pretty much you rebooted the whole team. Mike Conley's just winning you games, and you really should be winning games. If you get a guy like Kobe White, who has potential to be your long-term point guard, then I think you take it. He could easily sign it there for the Grizzlies. And I think this is a good place for Kobe White, to be honest. I think Memphis and Phoenix are great places. Now we got DeAndre Hunter, a small forward / power forward, most likely small forward. He could either go to the Hawks, I think, or the Grizzlies. Grizzlies, once again, don't have a lot of pieces. I think they're only... I don't even know if they have a long-term player on their roster this year. Yeah, I can't even think of Jared Jackson Jr. Is he on the Bulls? It's one of them. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know my facts. But, yeah, Jared Jackson Jr., let's just say him. He's on the team. He's probably a long-term player for them. But, yeah, I think Kobe White would be good for them. And then, sorry, bro, DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter would be good for them just because they need pretty much everything they could get. I mean, they need a small forward, they need a shooting guard, they need a center. I think they should move on from Mike Conley, so then you'd need a point guard, which I guess Kobe White would sign into that for what I said. But if you don't get that, I think DeAndre Hunter's the next best option. Next, we got Cam Reddish. I don't think he's going to go next. I just wanted to cover on Cam Reddish. I think the Wizards would be a really good place to put him with. Yes, he is a shooting guard, but I would like to see him play a little small forward for them. I don't know if they're going to move on from John Wall this season. He does have a pretty big contract, but if you have a lineup of John Wall, Bradley Beal, and him, that's pretty solid. So I think Cam Reddish is a great option for the Wizards. Nasir Little's an also guy I would like to see him go to the Wizards. There's a raw talent to go to the small forward. Now, usually raw talent like this that isn't that polished usually isn't that good, but I like to see Nasir Little give an option for the Wizards because they need to replace that small forward spot after they traded Kelly Oubre and Otto Porter away. Yes, they have Trevor Ariza and Jabari Parker, but both of them are not long-term. At least I hope so. So Nasir Little or Cam Reddish could easily slide there. And for the Pelicans, now the Pelicans are another team that I don't know if they'll have this pick when it comes around. I think they might have a higher pick. But if they do get this pick, I think they should get Bruno Fernando. He's a center. And I think really they just need someone to replace Anthony Davis at this point. I think Julius Randle will get some money from a different team this offseason. So Jahlil Okafor, I'd like to see just slide down to power forward. Or maybe Bruno Fernando down there. And then you have Drew Holiday. I don't know if you want to keep him. And then you also have, you can see what you do with Anthony Davis. If you end up trading him to the Celtics or the Lakers or the Knicks, then you get you get a young people, maybe like Kevin Knox, maybe like Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, Kyle Kuzma, Jason Tatum, maybe Jaylen Brown. You might just get these young pieces that you could put along him. And I think the Pelicans have a bright future. It might not look like it now, but I think this Anthony Davis trade will help them in the long run, to be honest. So that is going to conclude the video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more basketball content, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. I'm going to try posting more. Not going to make any promises because I don't want to let you guys down. But I'll see you in the next video, guys. See you later. Bye.